jasna pire soo ko bëggee fii si biir Gambia bi dawal foofu sa quality jasna your number one stop shop ana sama jigéen ñi dama bëgg ngeen jox ma seen nopp garme yi ndaxte quality jasna amal nañ leen ay til yu toj daala poos abaaya yu yiiw waaye amal nañ leen ay boreda yu rafet boreda yoo xam ne pour góor ñi la ak pour jigéen ñi amal nañ leen body scrub yi nga xam ne nii dafay defar seen yaram bam nice waaye fàttewuñ fa diw yi ana sama jeeg yu pare yi quality jasna amal nañ leen fa andi cuuraay yu neex house spray ak bépp xeetu baax pour seen biir néeg dama ne atum ren jii ku sa jëkkër mere ku ne yow la neex ndaxte quality jasna ñëw na si dëkk bi pour defar sëy yi make-up artist yi bàyyi ngeen gannaaw ñu ngi leen fa amal ay make-up product yu quality waxu leen léegi nii foofu sa Westfield jàkkaarloog monument bi wala nga jokkoo quality jasna si 250 01 24 ak quality jasna taaral sa bopp taaral sa néeg waaye dëggal sa alaaji aas
si hakatu bake bawo kurangol tatanu bari alhamdulillah murtana ne koteke bawo Gambia kay nga ala dane don fo kurang ko asi wa sonandi molde anna be kal fanan kakal bulo bala se kurang sama mo sakatu man bening AFCON to momento kurang sambo kanate du kadalo ku walu landi karala anyway that was a joke but ka fale kurang welcome back a program nying be continue le koteke comme ka fale ko Gambia ning Senegal la game of course nyanta ka game mi mfana toto sama mbe wolle bulandi kan nyoko wolon na kacara dati bi bari bi na main focus be kala Gambia versus Guinea Conakry la sama bawo mbe ala ne ka foko sama game chahante Gambia bulu ning nal hakilo ba kan o santambe la bidene Guinea bentanu nge butele ko tantaw bar gol klinon woti andung Musa lakabarol natanun ko golo ning kadu ni fo ale Gambia ma ko nata tambi bari ka fale don sama be kala kulde mi alan ka foko be kala game balde bawo Guinea kol jurtanu molle bas la yalne ka foko Gambia mu kuloro kanol de bawo fatiyata ko guana o sabu kamal don ka fale ko programme mbele dental hakil kilinten hakil de miral kilinten miral de ka fale don na lafta ka al dabula nyim programme ko nombal be bori kan screen oral so nombal nyim commandi al yalla kunna mirot talal ni mol dum be jang ka fale ko ali mun je sama game mo nyinto aning Gambia la game tambila en Senegal jamira mun problème mo nyinti mbaden be jang aning ko mun tero aning ku ke nyomin keta Mr. Bayo nga fanam bula don ka fay ko bismillah Bayo.
Alright, Job abaraka bake. Akambe yafo nyame. Kuro enjam fado man pada ndal tala la. So murana na kodeke. So I mean for a wall Gambia ning Guinea la majolo mo. So momoni ila miracle nyilu ka fainang jibe. Nila last year what were some of the lapses nga mensoto and then luckily what are some of the things nga muneke and then be improve no la nyaadi le pruka ibude because after ngebude 3 not at least so that they qualify na next game Cameroon nga finish or nga qualify to the next stage of the tournament. So moda kamda so safo mbaden surwale maybe munabe kere
wow comme baye bim fokon len jaajafal wat len waxane amen len dala yet another a big program right now so len dege rek so len gisee pro ngeen xamne ne si AFCON season bi len because African Cup of Nations negana one of the major tournaments the entire Africa is participating in so ngir loolu dañu ñëw rek génn ci leen tey dañ laajte yéen si lan mooy seen xalaat towards suñu ëllëg game bi moo nekk game bu war a am against Guinea Conakry because soo leen fàttaliku woon last time bu play woon against Guinea Conakry Gambia win na woon but dafa nekkoon tie boo xam ne it wasn't an easy tie it was the clash of the titans Gambia then play they fought very well to make sure ne dinañ pour mun a door Guinea Conakry waaye ëllëg nag Guinéan yi tamit ñi ngay wax ne they are coming all out to avenge as to what the Gambia did to them during the last AFCON so dafa nekk game boo xam ne daal nekk game bu yomb ëllëg de but then yéen mi seetaan Gambian Talents TV lan mooy seen xalaat what do you think Gambia loolu leen war a def pour win ëllëg game bi Bayo going into this game knowing Gambia last defeated Guinea Conakry during the last AFCON. So this time around, Guinea will be very prepared, to face the Gambia, because they know we are no longer, underdogs in the tournament. We are also there to compete, and we are also there to go and win the trophy. What do you think? How do you assess these both teams are meeting, for the second time in 2 consecutive years in the AFCON?
All right. Yes. During the covering Crown Tara, there was this. I think their coach did a press conference, and then one thing he like our last meeting against the Gambia was, I think they were just trying to look at we are underdogs.
Sure.
And we punished them heavily.
Definitely.
And then he was saying now that's a learning point for them. I think now they are well prepared. They are not taking Gambians lightly. So now our players, I know they are aware of this, and they has captain they are not there just to play, but
participate.
And that is a good ambition, and it's a bigger ambition. So it's not going to be a easy game, because I think my brother is their bio, that they are goal scorer, Mohamed Bio. So I tell him that I know, like he will want to score again, but I think we have a very good defense, because near Jibe, Omar Colley,
with the experience,
and right now is one of the informed defenders. Yes, in his team.
In the sectors out there.
Yeah, in Turkey. So I think even Gomez is a good defender, and the two Django and Sonko. Yeah, and then for me, I like it's good. It's a good news that Germano is coming in now.
Yes,
Germano is coming. Ablai Jallo,
and of course we will have Ibrahim Akoli as
well. Ibrahim Akoli is also back. So I think it's going to be a difficult game, because near like Timo, you are like of Konate. And they are one of the is also playing in Young Boys in the Bundesliga. And the guy at the Bundesliga, unfortunately, right now he's nursing an injury, and we are hoping
and pray that he don't come.
Yeah, most of these they were still it's uncertain whether he will play or not.
Yes.
Yeah, but still now it's the game, so we are not. I think we are not afraid of any team. And then or any individual player. That's why we call it a team. So I think Gambia is well prepared, and then they have learned
from their previous mistakes.
Like the match against Senegal. I think the coach is also trying to do 1 or 2 things. They will go back to the drawing board and then adjust whatever was lacking. So ngamerambo okuoleto. So maybe me contribution also is half and Gambia kuolom. Because niaji be lumena Gambia and Senegal we play hand the new maybe so go the be alone yes kule be yeah maybe say be alone kule, but I think Gambians the same time we need to come out again and support our boss. Physically, morally, whatever, even spiritually.
Game on it. Thank you very much. Gambians need to come out and then support. But one thing I'm impressed about, Gambians is that we can see, even though, most football pundits or football enthusiasts, a game understanding to their fingertips can tell you, hey, look, Gambia put Senegal booty out of 10 is, let's say, 10. But then, even though fans will finish that to bowling support, even though Dolma make no kataje, but ni tara street or dolu ka fans will be just scattering blood be Gambian support kan. So one thing aja ko come fans will yell a role in play to support the boys, and of course boys will find be a partner over play kan. It's just that football in a game approach nyame wala ka ditam maybe sort la ya una sana ni la tactics kana the other coach fana la tactics nyena. So then kung ka tamandi woto. You understand? In as much as you can tamandi at some point, ning coach formation of enemy and kafako, he will counter you all information of me and kafako abe mari to put. It's very hard to mari a fountain game and game on first kick on master all game of door world.
Yes.
You understand? But need a wake up game on correct, it can overcome it because near you more pass game on Senegal Minketa was bring game on start. A chance also to me and kafako and say sconal. But it's part of the game. Chancellor can mislead. People Chancellor me alan kafako no yet. But bobanya na kuri me alan kafako wala ben na last game wala losing justified, even though most fans agree the performance was 100%, but nobody was happy with the with the results. I mean, I feel anything more like a call. I think we have a caller. Assalamu alaikum caller.
Hello.
Yes, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, brother. How are we?
We are fine, thanks, alhamdulillah. How are you and what's your name? And where are you calling us from?
Manla Bagari Kamara. I'm calling from the Gambia in Sanyang.
Oh, great, Mr. Kamara. What is your take on this, discussion?
Well, in the first place, I just wanted us to keep the boys in prayers because the Gambia belongs to the Gambian people.
Yes.
Leader or a nigga content for win. At least you would love to have the cup in the Gambia here. At least that will be a development for us.
Most definitely.
We need what we call cooperation. We have to work together.
Yeah. Definitely.
I know more than you. We want for Nanyari for Maniteda. I was not happy.
Wow. Oh.
Because they were prepared too. No one was expecting this.
Definitely.
Wow. I wanted to find out why Steve Tarawale not playing. And I've not seen Jallo on the pitch too. So now find out what's going on.
Yes, for Jallo's part, he missed that game. Momag Ibrahim Okoli ñom ñaar sunu winga bi ak Jallo. But then I guess Steve was not part of the professional 30-man squad. Because I'm gonna play Gambia then bari le pro, but Lego every coach has his own game plan and his own players to whom he feel can suit his formation or whatever. So I think that's what we can tell about Steve's issue. Wow. Okay.
We can still make it, yeah.
Sure.
The funny is you have collective responsibility towards the game, right? Because then we will be able to do something else against the other team. We are because when I have nothing more than Gambia,
sure.
I've lived my life in Europe. Well, there is no place more to be other than Gambia.
Definitely, no place like home.
Yeah.
Okay, Jerry, thank you very, very much for that wonderful contribution. All right. Bayo, walam tonyati comme aya fo nyaming. Gambia mbele dentala andu nga Gambia le soto. Ya understand. Man dingol kamin foko. Yiro seme joko no nyana mana yela mayake babmoti. So nga Gambia le soto mbek fanam mbek ku fanna Gambia la mbek titar la Gambia la. So nyimu bank be ko and the most important thing about this tournament and nyim football ko yalla mbay be kere. You know, people irrespective of our political differences, tribes, whatever, you pay for karala no say mulla focus bung programme nyin da mal da fenting a koldo nyim fanan so wala nga ata nga fanan nyin nga munala ko si dati jang wala munala contribution. Assalamu alaikum. Yo ito di ma ani be kumandola mun dole tur bi ak fo nek di kole. Okay. Amin ya Rabbi. Amin ya Rabbi. Ite amela Guinea ning Gambia jumala ila mun la prediction te game flow do. Goal jalu. Okay, you are ready to sting them. No problem. Alko, you are ready to sting them, right? To spoil them. Inshallah, no problem. Let's wait and see what the 90 minutes hold for the Gambia and of course Guinea out there tomorrow. All right, you're most welcome, and then thank you for your wonderful contribution. You can still, keep calling and then share your contributions. Comme nga fale nyami nyim programme beng mumele jambalo comme bota mem fokanon do wala nyindi ko footballo akatina le mole unite after asim after definitely yep holi neka bena because nga gis ne time bi politics has been put aside. The main focus is AFCON bi Gambia ku nekk mairie pay ndawi janghay ñepp a ngi ñaan pour boy ñu mëna win am ndam because xamne ne ndam bi suñu everybody enjoys it. So can you please put a little bit about that the importance of this tournament the Gambia, of course.
Yeah, I think yeah, for now, I think every Gambian is involved, whether our political differences or political affiliation. Because if you look at one last Monday, I even saw the president was with his team or his staffs at the State House.
Cabinet, yeah.
Yes, they were sitting, and then everybody was dressed in the Gambian color. So that has shown that we don't. The only country that we have is the Gambia. And if you go to like most of these offices, government offices, even politicians, like all of them, you have seen Mama Kande put it on Gambian jersey. We have another caller.
No, we didn't have.
All right. So and then you have seen Mama Kande put it on Gambian color. We have seen Benzuda at his office, and most of his staff, they are all on Gambian jersey. You go to Brigama Area Council, you go to most of these, even Basse and other councils. All of them have been
represented,
yes,
donning the Gambian jersey.
That's also that we love our country, even though that our political differences. Understand? So this has, I think, football, as they say, football akamol uniting the and that unity mobile woje. And then
because Alafon canal
yes, and that's it. And then when you come to the game itself, you look at the Guinean midfield, and then you have Konate, and you have Moriba. You know, Moriba is a very experienced guy. He's a young guy, and he's a very because he played in the teams like Barcelona. Barcelona. He passed to the Barcelona Academy up to the seniors team.
Level,
so now he has been still playing in Getafe. And then you have Camara, and then there are another Camara that is the same team with Omar Colley in Young Boys. I think they have a very good team. And then also midfield. You know, the game is midfield. If you lose your midfield, look at the way the goals were coming. During our game against Senegal,
midfield was exposed.
It was exposed. Yeah. So even I call that 2 goals for Camara. They are all just free kicks, direct free kicks to the goal post. So I think that the coach has to look at those areas.
Yes, and again, we are not saying Konyantaka Minke, but like coming from fans' opinion, we have to put it on the right.
Yes.
Spot.
Yes.
Because most fans they are saying, Hamza Bari with his caliber. And of course, Sol Mare, even though he is not playing in any team at this point in time, but Sol Mare, what he can do, he's, as a Minka Kafuno Timoningang, he don't deserve to be, sitting, resting on the bench like that, because already since I want team Yasamana, but since Yasamana guy, you need to give him the time, let him prove himself. I play because Sol Mare for the longest, he has been one of our best midfielders. And you have Hamza Bari also. Me alanga foko Gambian Jamal Bejikirin kum na player definitely a difference. And then the player that so many fans were a bit disappointed with was Ibrahim Adabo. Ibrahim Adabo is very good. But the guy like a footballer sometimes more you can game so you can black out, you can dark days. You understand? But that doesn't mean Ibrahim is very experienced. He's playing a big club in Europe. Roma. You understand? But there are certain games I think coach Nyandakal ne nim coach mang wise back during a substitution affects Senegal even when they did those substitutions, still they built someone to replace those players. They did wonders, and the changes or the substitution paid dividend. Video changes they were still attacking, playing, even though we were one man down. But Senegal will still attack and play. You understand? So sometimes cultural financial changes but going to Guinea-Bissau Guinea Conakry's game that me alanka foko Gambian manya na chaka na game la kabo tom lombang for fans lombang for player lom because Guinea pare na purka Gambia face because the other time Guinea boote way Guinea call be sunundile for Guinea call findita model findita fonka Gambia doyandi katande ko nyim bankunding on betente nya wolen dol boote. So Gambia fana they have a responsibility katande Guinea local look sama menal ka jutuna fon wasangol na sankuru bar Guinea tol na telefon to compete with any other team in this tournament. And Gambians needs to understand this. Senegal low team winning, Gambia they really try. Senegal if they played against any team in this AFCON, they will definitely play a beautiful football. And of course, if you cook el mialan ka foko from, you know, you more expect Gambia conceded 3 goals against Senegal. Let's wait and see when they play against other opponent what will happen, because they have the squad. I mean, you know, department will be compact na be better. So let us not, crucify our boys. We need to put our hands together. The boys, they press the man at this point in time. Bio. So you, as somebody who is a football enthusiast, football Gambia support kang. What is your assessment? Going into this game against Guinea Conakry, even though yalanko ndolle la julo bela. But what julo nyem falam ko depend. Wala na ST ka ko to be, you know, in the top. To go to go up there is not a problem, but to maintain the consistency, that's the biggest problem. So for Gambia, be like consistency maintained against Guinea. What do you think will happen?
Yeah, I think if I were the coach, I have lose one of my best starters. There's Adams. So now I think we are hoping that he will bring this man.
You have Sol Mare.
Yeah, Suleiman Mare. Understand? He's a very good defensive midfielder. So I think still now let him maintain the same playing style, because if you want to defend at the end of the day, you need a goal. Right now, you need to win that game. Now, I don't know game when you win, because now when game when you win. I don't. We are out.
Yeah, of course. We need a game.
At least when we win that game, and then we go Cameroon. It depends how Cameroon and
Senegal unfolds.
Yeah, you understand. So but let's do our part before they will play before us. They will play at 8 p.m. and they will play at 5. So that will determine us whether we need to adjust or not. But nevertheless, let him just play football. When I say let him play football, let him not be defensive.
Okay. Defensive.
No, footballers. No, there's a time that you need to defend in football.
Okay.
Understand? You cannot just start a game. Remember, just seconds. You want to defend the whole 90 minutes. It's impossible.
Okay.
It's impossible. So it's either you are tired, and then you cause an error. And then in football, that's how it finishes. Because if you want to be dependent on, just counter attack. The same. They may even have that counter attack against you again.
And Bio, look, Gambia, Molaning selection is one of the best so far. Mola attacking force. You have the Lakabaros, the Badamosis. You have, this guy Asantise, Mialankafako. He's our top, scorer at this point in time. Gambia, all-time top goal scorer, Asantise Torres. You understand? You have the Germanos. If you want to get, the best out of these players, you need to play more of a Mafoko attack. But at some point, Ninkombe play like a deep fana, it will haunt us back at some point. Because if it defend like deep at some point, the other team, look, I'm playing with a team, you understand? And of course, called off and Amira Rory. Assalamu alaikum. Waalaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Ito fo mole ani ve kwandro mdo naka nga tuda fo ñu kole.
Mangi tuda Senabu, may kole Kanete.
Okay, Senabu, jërëjëf and welcome to the program. Lon nga am pour wax?
Waaye dafa melni yow sa co-host bi koku no nekku di support Gambia de parce que tolu ci di Gambia. Bayo mu ngi la dégg de. Mané ko Bayo mu ngi la dégg de. Bayo lo wax ci lolu nak.
Suma co-host bi mo ko def di. Moko def di
war nañ la jëndal ci sarté
waaw moko def di
yow war nga am ci jaasi Gambia bi nga wala ni ci nga nekk de
no ki mom Gambian la waaye broke man la so da ngeen ko jàppale rek ngeen may ko benn jaasi at least moom tamit muy sol loolu su boobaa nag muy génn si nag di def programme bi nag
no next programme dafa am
inshallah dafal leen ko loolu ma ne ko dafal leen ko loolu
waaye ñu ngi ñaanal Gambia nag ñu win ci ne this time waaye foo laa bëgg parce que last time dooroon nañ ko this time dama bëgg beneen tuum mu yokkati
mu nekk foo
mu nekk foo
ok inshallah yàlla baax na
guys Guinée moom dégga this time guys seen team bi mu ngi mel ni well prepared waaye this time moom ñoom kii koli yëpp suñ duggee yaakaar naa ko si gaay de ñoom ñinte ñoom Baro
waaw correct waaw inshallah yàlla baax na ma ne ko yàlla ñu ngi daa yokk a ñaan rek
waa gis nga nañ yokk a ñaan rek dafa baax
inshallah rabbi
seen programme bi neex na trop li ngeen war di def parce que Gambia ñun ñoo ko moom
dëgg la kay dëgg
waaw so di façon programme yi moom yéen dafa war a am sponsor parce que gis nga yéen a ngi toog yéen a ngi wax def leen ko yéen nit ñi ñu ngi seeyaa seen ideas parce que ku nekk ni AFCON bi nii ku nekk mu ngi si bugg a wax ku nekk tam am na lu mu ciy wax
definitely
yeah so pour ñu toog nii di ko discuss nii ngeen di open lines yi nit yi di call appreciate naa liggéey bu baax yàlla jàpp
thank you very much
yeah jërëjëf
all right welcome loolu am na solo bu baax a baax comme nu ko waxee rek ñun tamit definitely it's our humble pleasure all the time pour ñu génn fi ñuy wax ak askan bi and then we share our thoughts because lii ñëpp ko bokka ori gay yo ka cere la dooli ñe so itamurun tasubul mbel den tala ñene no nin do man no yalla nim do yalla do man non ka fuje do fa nal do man non ka fuje no wala kata ke ku badi so gambian tol nga wole soto no ku mata je a bakele a bayo mbotaka me min fokan non don wala mu ñinti ka fako ne ajibe gambie player means at this point in time like selection on kono they have a lot of deadly attacking footballers you have the Mintes de la Cabaros but ibajalo in fact like a performance min fanke against Senegal he was playing as an a player as a in winger ibajalo he's playing like the LMF but like for the previous games iba play as an out and out winger he's playing more of out than inside like ni lafta ka kuma stable a play de kono I play because ni like sotol mbeg aba lipala la asko wala mo pass his foot is accurate as a passer can la bela singo ni na ka tolipa aka ala tegero nyin ka betiala so what do you think about
because you see because the first game that I think he played was that you have Minte you have the Alizo is the attacking so you have the Barrow and then you have Dabo and Adams Ibu. Yes. So I think Barrow is very flexible. So he can be a point striker and the same he can close.
That's what he said. He said he's very comfortable in playing in Angulo. But I can tell you special plus
yes. And then I think the guy that he put forward, that's Ali. So Ali is very good because I think Gambians were yearning for Ali to come for his call up. And then now the coach has called him up, and then he's a very good striker. So just like our game was been defeated because of our red card. That's what I believe. And then Senegal they had known that the Gambia then and Gambia now is different.
It's different.
You understand? So I think we will do better. Our expectation will be realized when our games are against Guinea. Definitely, our games against Guinea will be a very interesting tie out there tomorrow, inshallah. Let's just keep praying and hope that the boys will definitely, make us happy again. The fans aren't happy at this point in time. It's crazy. I can see the frustration in most Gambian fans when the boys were playing against Senegal in Westfield. I've interviewed some people. In fact, what they told me is, no, I cannot talk at this point in time because I'm stressed out. So all they were expecting was, for the Gambia to beat Senegal, even though Senegal had a better side than us. But it's football, anything happens. We've seen miracles happening in the game. We've seen teams upsetting the favorites here. But nevertheless, summer game winning is very important, Mr. Bayo. Approaching that game, Samalo game will definitely have a huge impact to our next game or towards our qualification. You understand? So summer, if the Gambia really wants to be participating in the tournament, they have to try and win tomorrow's game. That's the reality, Otherwise, at the end of the anyway, we have another international call. Let us pick that one. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Abenyari, aning is it? Inambare to di mani be kwando la mundo.
Ndo msego kwa be kwando ba Italy le.
Okay, se ho Italy kolle. Okay, kumara baga. Munela fengo di. Munela miro de fengo nyingo no. Okay. Okay.
Ibro ala mitilo nyingi amon kon na baga nak.
Mene me kon dana la kuoto aslota la bang fodum comme
aslota na aga mo jari na nyami fana wol mon ko wolum ko na lume sanga mol ko wolum ko e man dum roki ko
fentem fani ku ya masa
wallahi ani fana na ali re ka on fana so de fana mol ba afek bagale no
to nyala woti kay
ba just ko ngo eno ba kan nga duaji ko ko ngo eno sama jemo ngi support yum ipane ma ko ye nyola ni ko ngo sama jemo ba ni no nya
to nyala kay
ko nyi ko bo nyi mo be ni ta bandal tele kan ni ta dina ta mi ndol bi
wallahi ala yalo
kay ma alma ale mo jema
amin ya rabbi mo be kila la final prediction de Gambia da sama game yamale Gambia wi na jela wala yamale Guinea wi na jela
na sama pipi ko Gambia kay ma ni cha soro no kay mo ndela mi ni cha ndeko mo filo ko wa sama kay mo nje bude no 3 no fonsa
ñu def mo filo ko
ngare ndeko mo filo ko nje bude 3 bare boy won ko filo ko yom kon dan baga bare na senga ni anya dana na Abdoulaye Diallo
Abdoulaye play sama ni ala kidala sama play la
anya dana bigo ni Abdoulaye Diallo ni ngenge minde bije no na miro kay mo inshallah ina be buso
jiko be jele
mo kontan
wala toñati
jo siralo jo bol kay be duale no yalo almadi sama kay mo panin ni jay sejo ko yalo
amin ya rabbi
nin kay on bal konto nay no ira albe do ko mun do ko ken ba kare on bal konto nay mari do ko alay do ko sama nyaro bila or mo sabra
amin ya rabbi
baraka dogo nyamba konto na bage no ba konto na no yalo ani kameo be mi be konto na
inshallah ba mo inshallah baraka bage
baraka bage thank you
welcome very much thank you alright kadwal fana e romil be sabatring bantala banko kanje fo Italy lambam fo Germany lam fo mun tola ma fo ale al fana so jade ken dalen sima balal har yumit ale fana kala al fana ka contribute bake Gambia la nyarota ko to sakoto manana da football wala development ko rengol so ala baraka bake you keep doing what you do Gambia ali wol soto kamim fodro yiro si mi ba ko no nyamonya adana buga ke bamboti so wasabu kamal don fana ka se wala tumo to manal lafta ka ma ko ro ka janga flanting ko do fana lo ngo fanta bari o kuntra la kamudane to ko Kenya la wodi hanika biolon alsi continue ka mo nyin kol nan ro min be screenoro pour ala fana yalla kunna mirol nyin saya bayo ngi fana mbole fana
ngala xam na nga fo nyame ke
bayo mbalal le kol felenting adundana okay assalamu alaikum ningi fan santa yalla alhamdulillah okay
because yaa ngi war a dem tase ak Sénégal ba pare amuloo benn test game seen lini tamit baaxul ba pare sax imaginal sa yow yaa ngi war a dem tase ak beneen team pour ngeen play yow amuloo test game sa country sa allowance bi pour nga jot ko mu nekk problème ba pare flight bi tamit konoon kay dafa mel ni dañ nekk di sacrifice players yi parce que gars dem nañ ba si yoon plane bi mu dellu si waat loolu rek dafay affect gars seen mental health bi so ñooñu with all those trauma ñooñu naka nga expecté ne suñ demee dinañ play ba ñu ne dañoo win
dégg loolu tamit point la
waaw so gars day war a try seen level best ñu try di dimbale players yi tamit comme yeneen dëkk yi nuñ koo defee parce que soo bëggee mu def lu baax rek yow tamit defal ko loo xamante ne dina ko kontaan loo xaalis bi fu mu nekk di duga na ko gars génnee foofu ñu defal players yi luñ bugga na gars suñ demee ñoom tamit buñ dee disappoint seen fans yi waaw na gars génnee xaalis bi ñu dimbale players yi seen nit si yëpp ñu def ko and everything nga gis at the end of the day ñoom tam suñ demee dinañ am xel bu dal dinañ kontaan ba pare dinañ kontaan loo Gambia tamit waaw parce que Gambia moom ñun ñëpp ñoo ko moom but hopefully suba yaakaar naa dinañ win Guinée
inshallah thank you very much All right, thank you very much. Loolu am na solo bu baax a baax comme nu mu ko dee waxee rek opinions are not debatable but they are respected. Still people are calling on. Wala nga ñu fanaan na kolota bayo. Assalamualaikum. Hello, assalamualaikum. Pemuda ambassador kan ne ko so mang hani kabiro bayo. Nge bulay fana e continue dorong ko stop la damen dorong I mean ngi mola kuma hanya of course ningi na la anyim bengonyim e fana se mune foto min la banda ka kol ka kuma fami yala kuma ta baki our preparation towards the game. I think you've made mention of that during the program when you start.
Yeah, I think this was the point that people must because
bayo mbala nga nying call ninta bam. Hello. Assalamualaikum.
Hello.
Yes, abenya di to di mani be kila kumando la mundo.
Man deguma
Fonyu no tuda ak fonyu kole. Tur bi nak ak fonyu kole.
Man ma ngi ni kole Germany.
Okay, da nga dem mëna speak wala English?
Wa dégg na olof nak dégg na olof de.
Wa ca lakal wolof lo am pour wax ci programme bi ak boy ñu ngi wara play ak ñuma Guinée.
Man nag Sénégal la mais presque Sénégal la mën a wax parce que
ok
waaw maa ngi rafetlu seen émission bi bu baax a baax
jërëjëf
di ñaanal Gambien yàlla defal leen jàmm si maaj bi ñu jëm ni parce que Gambie Sénégal moom ñëpp benn na
dégga
maa ngi leen di ñaan si barke Seydina Mohamed suba yàlla na leen yàlla may ndam
amiin yaa rabbi
waaw di rafetlu nag seen émission bu baax Gambien yëpp borom baax yàlla na leen yàlla defal jàmm ñoom ñëpp képp kuy Gambien yàlla na leen suñu borom defal jàmm waaw loolu laa amoon pour ma wax ko daal maa ngi rafetlu seen émission bu baax a baax baax na jërëjëf macha allah jërëjëf
thank you very much no problem ñoo ko boga ayo I think you can elaborate on what the
yes,
has just said.
Come down for New Nyame first time since the beginning of the program. Nyame. Well, some people like to me they were traumatized at first, So with all that, the boys comfort themselves and still they are part of the competition.
Yeah.
We cannot rule them out because still Hansa Bijele, they want to participate
and
they want to show. Yes, they want to be there and play beautiful football. So I think come down for Nyaming, but let's just support them morally, physically, any support that we want to give them, we should put it forward. Because I think how many months? Or since how many years almost? Since we know how many months we qualified for this AFCON?
They couldn't manage to have any single test game. There was this game that's supposed to play, but
So why should you allow all these things? Sometimes some of these are not mistakes. I don't call them mistake.
Okay.
Understand?
How would you term it? Deliberate acts? These
are deliberate.
Okay.
Understand? So because if it is for example, if you need to travel. If you need to travel 1 month or 2 months, you make sure that everything that you need
is intact.
Even yourself.
Sure.
Understand?
Yes.
Because you don't want to have any delay.
Any hitches around there.
Yes. Why should you? That's why we need to be responsible. Yes. If you have been given a job to do, if you don't want to do, especially these are public offices or these are public
institutions
or endeavors. So if you don't want to do them, my friend, you have liberty to quit.
Yes, sir.
Understand? But if you tell people like that, this is not politics. As you said, everybody is part of this. Everybody was happy that the boys, our men are there. They are participating.
Sure.
Understand?
Yes.
So and then if you have the way Gambians were together to support these people, if they were doing that the same thing, then the same time, and then the way the things are, they will not be.
Otherwise, I mean,
understand?
The narrative could have
Look
been
at
different.
Only the president have to intervene.
which is so sad.
Understand?
So sad, yeah.
And they will say until, and then look at it. These are from government of coffers. Understand? And then the president has to invent and give them and pay their bonus. The president have to intervene and provide what? The flight for them.
To AFCON, yeah.
The same thing happens. The AFCONs, they went there. They were stranded at the in what is the name again?
In Morocco, I think.
Yes, they were stranded after the games. Some of the players have to go live.
Yeah.
You understand? And then trying
satisfaction
for them to help.
Yeah.
So I think we have to disease ourselves from
those things. Yeah, these are things.
These are avoidable.
Yeah,
but we are doing them.
I think we need to move on, because Gambia, we are no longer a small nation when it comes to football nowadays. So things like this should not be repeating all the time. I mean, we have to look at ourselves properly and we decorum ourselves, because nyung kusi fanaka to nala always like banko fonyante afon jibelale no ning banko dol si, let's say banko dol mi alan ka fo karakel will say for sponsor no nyung kusi faleno, but it's sad that the Gambia don't even have a football facility that is fit for purpose or FIFA or CAF standard lo miala ka foko place keno je. So mun kul miala ka foko nyanda ka jam for, but hanika bi comme deka dale ka min for wala in as much as the government have a role to play, stakeholders also have a big role to play, and investors. We need a lot of investors to invest in our footballing facilities. Football ko bi jela momo ka football ke wala ka football jibe dunia ko ne wala ko bi football ka ko min dunia dunia ko man sports ko man ko fo ya min ka ko do nyin sama nan abayo. So investor fanan ni ba banko nin kanka invest, I mean, aka banko ning ma ko la katale, but ni te nyapite la ko do ka yisite la ko do kan iba be kala kuba kenin ku ko de man invest kan adiamo ka sialde, but the investor sport jina fala skin tumando bato tamono be nying stadium kuru karami bela bol bita lalo tari be kampla je wala be trainer tari o ko do be katti nyaawoto wasi dunno lado solve dan yalla be use lalo. But the thing here is mo jamal min complain ka wala nyinti ko Gambianol, to be specific, because Gambianol ka kodo mo bakila ni ake nyaaton koti and ngambra ko ni ko be kala kuri da wala bat
let me add on to that. Ajibe bang, like this national NCC, it was set up purposely to mobilize funds for this AFCON.
Most definitely.
You understand? So private sector was part of it. Even the government. You see, the government agencies were coming up to donate. You understand? Given to 1 million. All these things we are given to
the cabinet ministers. I mean, gave them $350,000.
So so I saw KMC gave them 200,000. Gambia utility, yes. Gambia utility, whatever. They gave them almost $1 million.
Wow.
A lot. And then you have seen QSAL coming up to be the sponsor of this.
The only GSM sponsor.
But remember, it's not only about giving out money to them.
You can support
the accountability is there.
Sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that committee has to sit down and write a report
as to how
this money was spent. I understand. When that is done, then the private sector or the government agency that sponsored that program, tomorrow they will be willing to support, because they know there's accountability
and transparency.
But after they mobilize everything, have you seen any report that is showing that this money that we collect, this is how we spend it? So that's where the private sector, sometimes they will look at them, my friend, they are just collecting this money. We don't know even we are giving it to them, whether they are giving it to them. So we have to desist from that.
For sure.
You understand? We have to desist from that. We need to, there what they call check and balances. You understand? People need to be accountable. You cannot be like, for example, this TV station, we are sponsoring, and then our own. When we want to report to our board of directors, we said we have sent, we have given $50,000 to
Mr. Bayo, while you give him $10.
At the end of the day, so that has been accounted. We have been accounted that money here. At the end of the day, we want to see how you use that money.
We need to make best
because
use of
you know what will make me happy if I see that in the report that you did, and it was you put in a public domain for everybody to see that the money that we collected from this, yes, and then people are saying XYZ have done this thing. Tomorrow they'll be willing to do it.
Most definitely. I think that's the biggest problem in this country.
Let's wait.
Accountability.
I had this whether because some people are said they said it's over. The committee has already been dissolved.
Wow.
Let's see whether there will be report on that.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's wait and see. I mean, this Arsenal guy said they have to make changes in the squad. I mean, with players in the country and outside the country. They have watched over, Jibril Silla, and many more other stars. Yeah, you are right. I mean, they have to, consider players out there. But like I said, the coach, knows, which players are suit his might, his game plan, of his way of football or his style of play. So anyway, I'm very, cool with the squad he has called. Those players. Everybody in that squad is brilliant, and they are making, huge impact, in this, tournament. And my biggest star in that tournament, who is one of the youngest players in that tournament, is no one other than, Yankuba Minte. This boy's resilience, his dedication, how determined he is when he is in the field of play. He's always hungry. Bayo, how do you see Yankuba?
Do you know that Yankuba is the fifth youngest valuable player in AFCON.
In this AFCON.
Yes.
I can see
even
that.
he's rated more than the Senegalese Camara.
Okay.
So yes. So I think we have quality because that's what the Guinea coach was saying. He said then they have more quality players than Gambia then,
but not now.
So they will see what will happen. So that means that he has already communicated to his team that don't underrate these people. They have quality players. So I think Gambians should also not put at the back of the players should not put at the back of their minds that yes, this team that we once beat them. Understand?
Yes.
So let's go out and play football. That's the only thing that I wonder. Let's go out and play football.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Let's play and let's go there and play football. That's what Mr. Bayo said. But we've seen, our Gava having a press conference today prior to our tomorrow's game, and then we've seen, he troll on Gambian journalists at some point. As to leveling them sometimes. They try to embrace him. I think here is what Tom Sanford said, and then let me read it for our viewers out there. To see. Give me a minute. Let me check this. And then let me read it for our viewers to hear this. And then Bayo, we can brainstorm and see. Tom Sanford, tells Gambian journalists not to instigate fans, players, and others. You are trying to embarrass me in front of the international media. You, the Gambian journalists, are trying to influence, the minds of the fans, the players, and other people. When you win, you are happy. But when we lose, I am the worst coach in the history of the Gambia. When I defend, we win matches, you celebrate. But when I attack and concede a lot of goals, I am the worst coach. When we defend and win against Tunisia, Morocco, and other teams, you people are happy. Let me tell you this, before I came to the Gambia didn't win a match for 5 good years. Don't forget, the Gambian league is not a professional league. Some players are paid less than $50 a month. We never qualify for the AFCON, and now we are here. You people think that we can beat everyone? You think we cannot be beaten? Well, that's what Tom Sanford said out there. I think Tom should understand that. Yes, because the reason his job is to qualify us and take us to AFCON. Yes, and which he fulfilled.
Which he did. And we're
happy for it.
We are happy for that. But do you think that we will just stick to that? Qualifying us?
No, we
need to progress.
Most definitely.
So if we are telling him that we have to go out, if we have to go out and play football, not defense, we mean it. The fans want to see that. And then now that's your first, because throughout his football, since he took over this scope, he has been defending throughout. So this time, because of the pressure, that he changed the game.
Yes.
So now if he changes them and he loses, still he should not expect from the fans that fans will say Tom's is fine, this one is fine. We need the result. Football is all about result.
It's all about result.
So if he cannot provide us that result, we will criticize him.
I think
so let him have a thick skin for that.
Let him get ready
anywhere you see there must be winner and losers. So let him ready for that.
That's good. I mean, that's how you analyze it.
And then the way he was trying to demoralize us, like
at
yes,
some point, I think for some reason I would say Tom is when you go over his statement. I mean, when you look at it in another perspective, he's very right. I mean, these leagues, to be honest, Mr. Bayo, they are not professional leagues in fourth division. That's very right. But I mean, saying that in front of the international media, same way he's also provoking. I mean, the Gambian. I mean,
Yes.
and belittling the Gambian league at some
$50.
point. You understand? And saying that these are things that I believe him as the head coach of the national team should have not uttered in such platforms or occasions like facing the international press and saying this. But again. At some point, I mean, because ikon nga mandika calling surual kong fanan sama because akamim fanan for niajibe. Now winter with these defending tactics, Gambians still celebrate by omutonyaldi.
Yeah.
You understand? But na lusta Gambian ko na attack ta lusta Gambian ko ikakam fale because ikayal ko anyanda ka ona sa ko fans fanan fans na buka satisfy football fan wala bo nyam ate hani ka 10 game le win ek draw kin to o bukata fans ko understand but ngamira fanan we have to be at least fair to Tom because katabaki la at some point. Pirana nan tonya Gambia man tra kata kan no. Ngin coach mo fi coach lim be sama na fine. Doli atra le tubab do ko jol do fana atra fine but Tom ye minke mamela ko jo ke Gambia and mamela ko jo fana be okay at this point in time. But anyways, ngamela ko he needs to agenda ka famo gena comfort like kana pressure dia famo because Gambian press is very dangerous. You understand? And they have to press to a certain point. I mean, because it because the thing mean bring ball from a campaign. I mean, in Saudi, a ball smuggle later and telephone. Nobody was aware of it.
Yes,
in the first place. You understand?
Yes.
It had in Aranang. Allah GFF Naranang. I mean, ball training session match conducts ne. Training session conduct ball get taken to help the boys. I mean, towards our AFCON, which is very fine because we all have our quotas to play. You understand? But it's long. But so unfortunately, players didn't honor that training. session. You understand? So this year AFCON. If I would describe this year's AFCON, I wouldn't say it's one of the worst, but it's very bad.
Yeah.
From the inception of the tournament because the preparation was very, very bad. Players at some point they don't even respect the fans. In as much as Allah alfonga bung kono problemo alwo solve alfonga dama alnana defend ale fans will cheer stadium. On that day I'm telling you more than hundreds of fans will left in the stadium. I was in the independent stadium interviewing people asking their reaction. These are telling me look people were telling me this year is like 5 good years in terms of boys will from the life in KGB so kanana da mai train janda madama fo mun tolle kudol de ngamero stadium ro is a more figo yeah akonya ko football ade long so another puka boys will jube yes so nganyo felle but anyways o fana be na kala fansun kasha dol de nyimbe même kumata at this point in time bola be ko porta la jana nyam but Tom fana needs to understand ko journalists will fire any question. Let him not run away from responsibilities. He should comport and know how to answer these questions because at some point, I don't know malundula, but at the final malundula in tone. Kafuko mollaliko. Some people they can pay $50 even if it is true. Fine. Umala kuna midol hanata telephone. You understand? But afana manyan like o odlanyendo. So blame games all. Nyanta nka ol bonde karala dal because ni kata nyaton ko fo hani pour moli criticize because ni me criticize is a weak point all njala.
Yeah, yes, that's the point. I think let him not carry his shoulders. Yes, yes, nobody. Yes, he can, but let him just also knows that, like he's the first coach to take Gambia to AFCON. So
we gave him that credit.
Yes, we have that credit is there, but he should know that we should not stop there because remember. Just is it yesterday or day before? Mourinho was sacked from Roma.
Exactly. After all he did for the team.
Yeah, after all he did for that team. Wow. So, but the results were not coming.
Yes.
And the criticism starts. The special one. The criticism starts, and the people the journalists were putting. When you don't. The press is dangerous, yes, the press is there. If you don't want to talk, you said I don't want to answer this question. Simple. That's that. But you cannot. Because the journalists are asking you, where is the result? Where is this? So you asked me to play this. Now I play this, and then now the result is not coming. Even you look at your league, Remember, Gambian football is growing.
Most definitely, it is.
Understand? It is growing because you look at the last
Okay.
on the 20
I
tournament.
think there is a caller. Let me pick this call and see. Assalamu alaikum. Mbaja alhamdulillah benyari.
Dijang ang kontan tal program mo sa bagay fa.
Yo, kumada ba ke tori mani be kwan dola mun tol.
Nte ada majasi tukunda.
Adama jasi mune la kunna miro tin program mo wala Gambia ning Senegal jine bi sala game mo ni.
Nkata na intention monti wolong ko Gambia ya kata bakal honestly.
Okay.
Because ya kata bakal bata to man kan fa ko ini Senegal sile samula Senegal ga bote anyway ba fa ga ya pus garam.
Baraka baki akoy ba fala gali dalang walon to nyati jasi from Dipakunda, right? Thank you very much for your wonderful contribution. Bayo ngebula e continue doron hani ka bi alse continue ka nombal nying call membe break and screen nyinde ba program nyim be dentala.
Yes.
To fana mimbe sirin jang ma belong tumando wala mi fo be jibe kan tumando wala le kudo faham to mo fo faham so mbel tamu nyinti yo ka cere doli nye mbelen fengolong Gambian kolong so ala kunna mirul fayna. But you can continue.
So I think that's it. So let him have that thin stick for
Yeah.
this game
Yeah.
because he will be. It's the Gambia. If you go to other media, he knows. Tem knows very well.
Very well.
He knows because if you want to journalist ask a question and you want to pour that anger on the whole Gambia, you tell him personally, your league is not having this standard, and the same league that most of these players played, and now they are professional.
And now they are professional. They are most of some of them.
Understand? So everything starts somewhere.
Yeah.
If you look at the Gambian league now, every day Gambians are going out. Every day Gambians are going out for international trade. For their international trade. Understand? So if that is happening in journalism, yes, at least you don't expect, as I say earlier, you don't expect us to stay that place alone.
Sure.
You don't expect us to do that. So we need to move.
All right.
We need result. If he cannot provide us, let him go.
Definitely. If
Yes.
he cannot provide us, let him.
So, but if he cannot give us the result,
we will keep criticizing.
and we will still even he wins, we have to criticize.
And it has to be over. And anyway,
Yes.
criticism is not a problem, but it has to be constructive because we have to be honest here. Gambiano dol bigel. They will criticize for the sake of criticizing, but in point form it will justify their points at some point. But nevertheless, Gambia be along, and we are living in a democratic state.
I know the question was journalists will ask. Now, Gambians were yearning for.
Bayo, although now let's pick that call and see. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Ito di mani ko andro ami. Wa alaikum salam. Ito di mani ko andro ami.
Kalidu Bande. Mangi nekk fi Italy, Kalidu Bande.
Okay.
Kontaan naa seen jotaay di toog.
Okay.
dafa am lu ma bëggoon laaj.
Waaw ja.
Gisoon naa ci post match bi gis ma woon foofu Diallo ak Ibrahima Koli.
Wow, Diallo ak Ibrahima Koli last game against Congo Brazzaville. Foog naa gars yi amoon card, yellow card moo tax gars yi misul foofu.
Si. Okay.
Wow, loolu tax gars yi waaye nag bu soobee yàlla gars yi dañoo play because
Yeah. Okay. Did you play against Guinea?
yeah, gars yi dañoo play against Guinea.
Okay. Okay, no
Wow.
Parce que man keroog jooroon naa dafa injury sa
mën nga ñu baalal nga sori sa télé bi tuuti.
okay, sorry.
Wala nga wàññi volume bi.
Si, okay.
Please, yeah.
Parce que keroog gisoon naa si match bi ak Sénégal dama xooloon si comité Gama
waaye gis loo ko.
gis ma leen si benn bi tamit ma xool si indi bi gis ma bi indi bi.
dëgg la kay.
maa ngi follow gars yi seen football Gambia football bi waaye ñu tànn dama ko dee xool waaye gisuma gars yi même si training bi man dama doon yaakaar daal dañu indi wala dina am problème.
dëgg la kay gars yi mu ñëw play because dina amoon carte waaye ëllëg ku soobee yàlla gars yi dinañ play incha allah.
mooy solo dina baax ne wax même ak yi Sénégal gars yi ci laa ne ko dig yàlla gars yi pile jox nañ li ñu am ñëpp jox nañ ko yëpp.
dëgg
waaye Sénégal big team la tamit champion la néewuta champion bi la néewuta bi.
definitely te soo bëggee nekk champion foo nga door champion so it was not easy.
incha allah rabbi am nañu yaakaar si Guinée moom ak Cameroun incha allah rabbi tamit moom pour moo fi nekk rek.
amiin yaa rabbi.
kay bari na ni gars yi second match bi gars dañu war a cambiar striker bi dañ ko war a change boy ani soo kenn xam nga si problème am kenn.
ok nga foog ne ñu war a asi.
su mu ne Hassan Cissé wala Mohamed les taux de crédit.
Mohamed Bala Moussa
wala Hassan Cissé.
ok.
si ñaar yooyu na wàññi xool ñaar yooyu si kenn dugg si kanam bi. parce que Hassan Cissé moom dafa gaaw it yàlla Hassan Cissé dafa gaaw.
waaw dëgg.
Mohamed dafa njool ba bari moom tamit bopp bi baax na xam nga football yi suñu koy ñëw rek every time mun a score. li la am lu mu wax rek ak la ci mbir gaay tamit Omar Koli commission Abdoulaye Ibrahima Koli ak Abdoulaye Diallo.
dëgg la sa wax bi sa kàddu bi am na solo baax a baax kontaan nañ si yow.
jërëjëf waay.
Thank you very much. Okay. Bayo, I think you can continue.
Yes, I think that's the point that I want to raise. And then most of them, what they were saying, all Omnitiko. If you want to be champion, you have a big champion. So I think Senegal is the defending champion.
Right
so it was not going to be an easy game, and it will never be an easy game. But unfortunately, we had a red card. If not, we will know our stand against Senegal very well. Because I know Gambians, when we are playing against Ghana, it is always emotional. And everybody want to give their best. Yes, that every player want to. Yes, I was part of that gym. That play against Senegal.
Yes.
Yeah. So
and most of them will love to eat their names in the history books of that fixture.
Yes.
Definitely prior to the fixture, Bayo, a lot has been saying, a lot has happened, and football fans, football enthusiasts, both fans of them in neighboring countries, Senegal and the Gambia. Yo sabo siata mo ba fole mari mbe butela basila akuro ko da balala, but anyways yo dole fanam be kolla na manam continue la wala call nyinta. Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.
Aha, ito di ma.
Sai Adama nakire di ko bantanu.
Adama ala ka woke ko.
Anyway, ko Gambia amma yen dam soto da.
Amin ya rabbi.
Ina samun la Allah ya ga. You put up like it's not give up.
Inshallah.
Yeah, my opinion on this is that let them push hard because that's the main fact. Okay, thank you so much.
You're most welcome. It's a humble pleasure, and thanks for participating in this.
You.
All right, welcome. Great. Olam tonya di bayo. Comme ngami
yeah.
Konar nata kay mo bela ka amama hani ka bial se continue ka normal ning call romil be screen ro bawo bela den tanyum programme la and then bayo ne manam continue la rem so nga alas na again la message on yedit ako Ibrahima Dabo is very slow and also his passing very poor. We need players with hunger for success. Where is Wali Fofana, Haruna Njai, Mohamed Bajo? We are losing our players. Bayo, I mean, Mr. Alas na gaye kumala fa jamia lanka is very important. You know, Moller Mialango under 20 last tournament, they did an exceptional performance. Haruna Rashid Njai, we heard that he had a contract going to Latvia.
Right,
exactly.
Yes.
From there to BST, and then Bajo also, if I do Malong, Bajo, is a very, very good player. I mean, and he's there. about a cool kin wala and of course
Yeah.
player min fanam fokan wala jumadi ko deke here
Wali Fofana.
Wali Fofana Gambian Messi
Mm.
Wali single but anyway Bayo
Yes,
come
I
Gambia is
think-
too big
Yeah, I think like
Mm.
I think the competition is there now.
yeah
Yeah, then I think we used to.
mo sifa kinol da katara ye
Yeah, like people like we will go for
I mean
no, like that is reason we will even go the time of Jato and Tubabos and others. Like then you know what will happen?
Mhm.
Then people will go and beg these players to come and play for the Gambia.
I'm telling you
You understand?
Mhm.
So like Kemo Sise and
Mhm.
others.
yeah
Yes. So then, but now I think we have a zoo of players now.
Mhm.
I think player Besiar and Baga sign because these players were invited, especially Mohamed Bajo was invited for the 13-man squad. But unfortunately, he didn't make the list. Because what happened was, I think, I come to at first, every Gambian was in limbo. More malo muna begini. You understand? And then Akabra 30 man, is it 30 man squad?
27 he called in 27 yes,
Man
I
squad
saw.
or Bondi. That's where it stops.
And in fact
And then people are, I think this is true. Then I was discussing with one of that. They said there was a WhatsApp group that they formed. Yes.
Play them all.
No, the coach and whatever his team form. And then this is where they are adding players. Understand? Those are the players that he currently having at the AFCON.
Okay.
Understand? And the Gambians were saying, wow, what is happening? Every participant for this, every nation is
Has released
their squad
list and then
for this tournament.
and
Gambian, you know what? Who released our squad?
was CAF.
CAF.
So-
After submitting.
It's crazy sometimes and
After submitting.
but Tom said I made a point. He said that I mean the reason of him not releasing the squad at that point in time was not to expose the players for the other teams not to know. But then even though he didn't release the squad, CAF came and then released the squad for the Gambia. But yet he was still adamant that sticking to his whole philosophy or whatever they call it, among squad running command. They posed that question to him when he during his press conference prior to their flying to AFCON that night. The very day the players boycotted the training session in the Independence Stadium. So I mean for you that omala dalilo yin justify bayo ka fete squad ko because my level opponent only squad on yin long ite ya for ma for
and the same opponent that defeat you just right now. So we need to be realistic. This is not unjust. And then you know what? We need to be realistic. So you cannot say, what are you going to hide? What are you going to hide? Are you the defending champion? So why shouldn't you release your team for your people to know?
Because
the people that are paying you.
Exactly.
You are hiding those one from the. You are saying, I don't want my opponents to know. And this one opponent have already defeated you. Understand? So what point can you justify?
No point.
And in the case of this Alasan case point that he raised about Haruna and Wali and Mohamed Bajo, and then I think they asked him, and even in the State House, he said like, there are a lot of players. There are young players that are very good, but what he told them was it's not yet your time, and which I respected. Understand? So that is fine.
Yeah.
But telling Gambians that the reason why I didn't release the 20-man squad or 30-man squad because I don't want my opponents to know. That one is not number one.
To me, is
you cannot justify
excuse,
that.
Yeah,
you cannot justify that. But you know that when you have to submit it to CAF, and CAF must release that before the tournament starts.
Definitely.
So he doesn't have any point. I think that's it.
He doesn't have any point. Bioleo Tonyati adal bimbe GAMBIA Royal Financial kunna mirol nyinki nano nying number jintamil be bori constitution mun ngena call ngen siasin opinion is about Gambian football and affaire Gambia mo ñor. So comme num ko lay waxe rek Gambia at this point in time I'm very glad for the fact ne hearts we all put our hearts together. So them everybody is donning the the national Scorpions jersey. Lord is telling you, look, these Gambians, I mean, are really behind
and you forget
so,
to bring my jersey.
don't worry, yours like a baro will sponsor it or Abla Jalo. So,
Okay, no problem. I'm waiting for that. Next
Exactly,
time, don't
inshallah.
invite me without jersey.
Don't worry, Bayo. Inshallah, God is great. So, me focus towards our tomorrow's game. I mean, nanyim program kere bunya samana atulle atul minga ajibe gal fana yalla. See so because tomorrow nobody's life I mean to have you probably might have an opinion that you want to share, but among chance into the cannot see tele or radio to. So we give it a chance. So I mean to number you open there, you can call and then you react or you make some comments or send some opinions. I mean that probably might be useful, but nevertheless going into this game is one of the most important games at stake at this point in time. Mbukamira Cameroon for right now. Mbukamira Guinea. What do you think Gambia will to defeat Guinea? Bayo.
Yeah, I think now the game is going to be what I expect from this game is this. It's going to be an open game. I expect both teams to open.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
I expect it's going to be an open game for both teams, and I think whatever every team is going to play there, and then let's capitalize on our chances.
We need to capitalize. Definitely, we need to capitalize on our chances.
This is James. You have to capitalize on your chances. If you don't do, even you are playing like this, look at what happened. Is it Zimbabwe and the moment they have scored? Look at what they did to Tunisia yesterday. Is it yesterday?
Football can be cruel sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you don't capitalize, these people. That's those kind of things that Tom should say. When we play football, that's what Mourinho does. Mourinho will bring two defensive players.
And he will pack the post. He will
defensive midfielders, and then he packed, and then he will score you, and then forget.
That's it.
That's it
for
so, but you cannot play football. You don't have that kind of
players.
You should have those kind of players that are very strong, and then to do those kind of defense. But you don't have those players. Why should you defend?
That it's rather unfortunate. But anyways,
and then I'm telling you, in their midfield, you have Moriba and Konate. They are very good players.
Yeah, they're very good.
So if you don't have that interactive football, or you have that you want to defense, they will penetrate you and you make mistake, they score you.
Yeah, and then let me read out this transfer to them. Probably they might hear it, but then it's no harm to read it to them as well. I mean, with regards to Rashid Ndiaye's transfer to Latvia there in Europe.
Yes.
As reported by Gambian famous journalist KB Sonko, Gambia under 20 midfield master Haruna Rashid Ndiaye has put on pen to paper a 3 years contract with Latvian Premier League club, footballer clubs RFS. The 18-year-old box-to-box midfielder was, on a 1 year loan at PSG Galaxy FC, from Gunjur United. Congratulations to Rashid out there, wishing him all the best of luck. Let him go and establish himself out there, because we know he can do it. He did it in the last, under 20, tournament out there. So we hope in establish back because when Rashid midfield, he can charge. The boy is intelligent. He's controlling skills. His timing is just exceptional. So we hoping he will excel in Latvia, and this is what we want. Latvia more Gambian players from the first division, from the second division, making it to Europe where I play, So it's great that it's right for one to say our league is really growing.
Yeah, it's growing. It definitely is growing. So it is growing.
It's growing. About team momento, he was a former player, Steve. He's a former player of this, of national team. So I think Steve will applaud him for initiating that, venturing into that investment. Players need to invest, because at a player, he know what it takes to get a player and football you understand? Be a player samba Latvia. So Ninka players will find wala koditiol million ka invest la game on ko ba abe kuma akele.
Yes, definitely.
Football ni nga banko developing.
Yeah, definitely, because Steve have done a tremendous job when it comes to football, because he bought this football club and changed it to I think Diba FC.
Diba Oil, yeah.
Diba Oil.
And changed it to BST Galaxy.
Yes, and changed it to Beyond. And then right now he started with the second division. Now it's the first division.
And this BST Galaxy, I wish you watch them playing.
Yes, and most of them they are one of their best defenders in Slovakia. Is it Slovakia? Yes, Jata, something Jata.
Okay.
He's playing there.
Good.
Yeah, he's playing with one of my best friend, the Gambian Gambian right back, Jawara.
Okay, Jawara.
Yeah, Jawara.
All right.
Yes. So he's playing in. They are playing the same under 20. Yeah, Bakar Jawara. Yeah, they are playing the same team there. So I think Steve have already tried very well, and definitely, I think other players should emulate and do the same thing. Yes. So
that's right. Other players should, follow suit, because it's very important. When we invest in football, you can see footballer coming Samalang. You go to Ivory Coast this year, I'm telling you, economy bestseller like Katambi Sangol Bela, because
Seva Bora.
Go. Kaya defo de kala seva fa na nga bori yema, but nevertheless
kana Gambian journalist do never fit be ko be credit sound go by Ivory Coast musul neonu ay parol mare
by wolom to nyadi but it's to be serious. On a more serious note, football kudola bije bayo. Then what investigate because stuff they as so many revenue, because so gise Ivory Coast at bi baha bu ñoo generate income bu ñoo am compared to the previous years. Musa neka bena gisoon nañ Qatar World Cup bi bu mu defee woon bayo nga jëla min kata Qatar akabanko firindile. You understand? So Gambia, we have a long way to go. On a more serious note, this topic, it was purposely on Gambia versus Guinea Conakry, and of course some post review on on our previous game against Senegal, but amanya neka limit what matter, because Gambia kolong I think stakeholders will, because ndol be mo let in one way or the other. So Gambia nyante kana ke Kilentino and a difference pack aside, we invest more into this game, because near kano fi mbadi wala ka faling. If we invest into this game, probably, because one thing about Gambians is you can have instant success la odum beka keno bayo iba feel la bi e watin din diala ay faling ay ke baya ado mo sina sonia, but ita feel bi ya kati wonyama jonu yona abuka wonyama, but
you cannot fight your God and market there.
You see? So I think if we reason, beyond the box all the time, and then football in another perspective, it will help us invest into this beautiful game. And because Gambia, we have a lot of talents, bio. It become long need at a village. You have a lot of good players. You go to our first division, you have players there, second division, third divisions. Even this Navetans, what I'm like, look, Gambia, they need so many investors to come and invest in this football, because so if you have people like the Mohamed Jazz, they are playing their quarters and also definitely Gambian football level.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's it. So I think, as you said, private sector should also come in,
intervene.
Yeah, and trying to do most of these things. But let's not forget, when somebody is giving you money, accountability is needed.
Responsibility, like accountability.
They have to do that. The check and balances. Yes, let's try and focus on those things. When somebody is giving you something, you have to honor it and then
make best use of it. Check and balance. But I will never forget this.
Yeah,
an expert accountant. So walam tonya hani kabirong kal remind ko AFCON game oni sisino nyimbe wala kono Gambia versus Guinea Somalong. Munala kunna mirolti call and say your thoughts, or you text and say your how you feel about tomorrow's game, and what do you think could be done to, of course, avoid a defeat, because near defeat sama abekolia balale pour Gambia make to the next phase of the tournament. So we are crossing fingers and we are hoping the boys will fanambe Ivory Coast, they are making best use of little moments they have in their today's training session, and of course I believe that Tom and his boys have rectified their mistakes on the training. On the drawing board, because the game against Senegal, magical game, Lomial and Kafuko, the performance was, to me, it was exceptional. I think it's the red card that definitely, play a huge part in that, game. But Katanda lako drong bawo ko kudima bika jonsi. And then program mo nimfala abina abangang. We are very happy and we are grateful for your participation. During this live discussion here with regards to our Scorpions bawo Gambia ko Gambia ko na no nka chance di mobile pour mobile sia soto je wasabu ko to ko lo la metano as a result of lino nying dul ka ko la kata do lino nying ka wat na man ko nyintano, but how we wish kal mumira call sultano bari at some point of fanam bika keno bari kala kadan ran ka fal a program o nga kere kere sama nan be kala la nyana so man inshallah fanam be nala nan jenne prior to the game ngal ñinin ka munal la kunna miran of course better la jam with one of Gambia's all time football player mi yalan ka is one time a national team player for the country nim ko he's a veteran which goes by the name Modu Jan sama ate better la jane inshallah rabbi, and then we will engage him nga ñinin ka experience and of course how we think about our tomorrow's game and of course what he thought could have been done to to avert certain lapses happening out there in Ivory Coast. So keep watching Gambian Talents TV. Before Bayo Fanambula, let him have his final say and then we wrap it up.
All right, thank you very much, Modu, Job, and then we hope to come here again. Murana janna kotake kana ka bondi mole nyoro membe caring. And then the news just came in that Ivory Coast has lost to Nigeria 1-0. The host country have just lost their first game against Nigeria 1-0. It's full time in Ivory Coast. And then next time when you are inviting me, I still emphasize. Bring my t-shirt along. I will bring you. All right, thank you very much.
No problem. We have good Samaritans out there. They can do that for you, Mr. Bayo. These charges don't cost that much, so I hope those watching you would definitely donate you, because if accountants with money, you always want to live by donation, and then when people talk, you say check and balance. Anyways, it's nice having you here, and of course it's my greatest pleasure to share this podium with you, Mr. Bayo. It's always a great feeling to be with you here, and of course a big thanks to our respective viewers out there watching Gambian Talents TV. Keep supporting, keep watching football, keep supporting Gambian, and subscribe to our channel in case if you drop in any content, you can subscribe for you to be the first person to be notified that look, there's an interesting content out there. So don't forget to pray for our boys. Tomorrow they will be in action against Guinea Conakry, whom we one time defeated by 1-0, courtesy of Lakabaro of all people in the 71 minutes of his lone goal that definitely end the tie. That was a big victory for the Gambia. We want moments like that tomorrow. We want to see things like that happen tomorrow, inshallah. And if that happens, I'm telling you, you will see Gambian fans pointing the sky, shouting, celebrating this victory. You all know here we have home those in AFCON out in Ivory Coast out there. We are saying a big kudos to your wonderful jobs, and of course the press representing the Gambia out there in Ivory Coast. You people are doing a very, very wonderful job, and of course a big thanks to one of our correspondents, Zan Williams, who did a tremendous job since the start of the tournament in Ivory Coast. They are keeping us updated, giving us live reactions of the fans out there in Ivory Coast. So a big thanks to Mr. DG Zan Williams. Big up to yourself, and to, of course, all our beautiful viewers. Thank you. Until we come your way tomorrow, inshallah, by the grace of Almighty Allah. Bye bye from me.
Thank you.
Ku yor du sa xët te quality jas na ñoo yor seen cumbukaay tur day uyu borom jas na pire soo ko bëggee fii si biir Gambia bi dawal foofu sa quality jas na your number one stop shop. Ana sama jigéen ñi dama bëgg ngeen jox ma seen nopp garme yi ndaxte quality jas na amal nañ leen ay til yu toj daala poos abaaya yu yiiw waaye it amal nañ leen ay boreda yu rafet boreda yoo xam ne pour góor ñi la ak pour jigéen ñi. amal nañ leen body scrub yi nga xam ne nii dafay defar seen yaram bam nice waaye it fàttewuñ fa diw yi. ana sama jeeg yu pare yi quality jas na amal nañ leen fa andi cuuraay yu neex house spray ak bépp xeetu baax pour seen biir néeg. dama ne atum ren jii ku sa jëkkër mere ku ne yow la neex ndaxte quality jas na ñëw na si dëkk bi pour defar sëy yi. make up artist yi bàyyi leen gannaaw ñu ngi leen fa amal ay make-up product yu quality. waxu leen léegi nii foofu sa Westfield jàkkaarloog monument bi wala nga jokkoo quality jas na si 250 01 24 ak quality jas na.